Today we're diving into the 2020 Cadillac Escalade ESV in the luxury trim level. This car has essentially replaced the stretch limousine as the main vehicle used for a ride in chauffeur-driven luxury. Nowadays, whenever you see a celebrity pulling up anywhere, 9 times out of 10, they're hopping out of an Escalade. So let's see what all the hype is about. Let's talk about this iconic grille. This grille somehow executes the perfect balance of being flashy and classy at the same time. It's in a flat silver trim that's in various places all around the vehicle. And for this video, I'm lucky enough to have another 2005 Escalade next to it to show how the car has evolved over the years. You see, the grille is just a modernized version of the one from the 05, so I think it's cool that Cadillac is staying true to its image. This grille is huge and has a commanding presence. These vertical LED headlights are massive and they just look great. The running light drops down the side and continues on the other side of the bumper that doubles as the turn signal and goes down into the fog light housing, also LED. There's also another flat silver piece at the bottom that mimics the grille up above. Turning to the side, this thing is an absolute monster. The ESV has an extended wheelbase of 130 inches and 224 inches in overall length. This SUV is a body-on-frame truck that just screams, "Get the hell out of my way." I love how boxy and bold this car is. There's one clean body line running from the front to the back, and the flat silver continues on the door handles, the side body moldings, on the lower running boards, around the window trim, and along the roof rails up top. And Shadow Metallic is the name of this beautiful paint color. We have a bold and large 22-inch wheel, again in the flat silver finish. This is riding on 285/45/22 Bridgestone Dueler Alenza tires. I think the rear is my favorite part of the car. These have to be my favorite taillights on any car. That slim red bar is so tall yet so slim, and it just looks very futuristic even now 9 years after it came out. Side by side with the old Escalade, you can see just how far it's come, and I'm glad they adopted this vertical light design in the generation after the 05 because it just looks so good. The top edge of the rear bumper is flat black, which is good for loading stuff in the back. It'll take a beating well over time. The hatch door opens all the way, but you can also open just the glass if you wanted to. There's a giant handle in the middle that has your trunk release, and it opens up to the massive cargo space in this trunk. With all seats up, there's 39.3 cubic feet of cargo space, 76.7 with the third row folded down, and 120.9 cubic feet with all seats folded down. Taking a look under the hood here is a 6.2-liter V8 engine putting out 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque, and that's paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy ratings are combined 17 miles per gallon, that's 14 in the city and 21 on the highway, and the capacity of the fuel tank is 31 gallons, so you better be stopping at the bank on your way to the gas station. If you're enjoying this review, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more weekly reviews. Now, the interior of the Escalade is just beautiful. The mixed use of high quality materials was executed almost perfectly. Looking at the door panel, there's a strip of leather up top, a nice suede insert just underneath. Below that, there's a very nice flat finish wood trim, and below that is a solid metal door handle. The amount of storage space in the door is massive. The nice materials continue onto the dashboard. Now, Cadillac went above and beyond with the material quality overall, but a few spots were overlooked. For example, the horn button is just plastic instead of leather, but with an MSRP of $88,000, it just shouldn't be. Also on the door panel, the window switches are straight out of other Chevy models, and it's quite a contrast to the rest of the interior. Now let's talk about the center stack. At the top is an 8-inch screen with good resolution that has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a backup camera with a 360-degree camera. Other safety features along with that include parking sensors, lane keep assist, a rear view camera, and a very clear heads-up display. Now, people have mixed feelings about the rest of it below the screen. All the icons are touch sensitive and none of them are physical buttons. I think the look of the all black is very sleek, but it is a dust and fingerprint magnet, so you gotta keep it clean to keep it looking good. The AC controls and the touch points for the heated and cool seats are simple enough to use, but I found the volume to be difficult to control, so I just used the one on the steering wheel. The coolest part of this center stack is this hidden compartment behind it. There's a USB-A port in there too. There's more of that nice wood down below covering the storage and cup holder compartments. There's decent room in the center console, and the glove box is a good size too. Now in a car like this, the back seat is what matters most. This ESV Luxury seats 7. The second row is captain seats with armrests. The legroom space in the second row is quite plentiful. Second row passengers get their own AC controls, a 12 volt and a 120 volt outlet down at the bottom. And there's 3 USB-A ports and an aux import that can connect to this screen in the second row with things like Netflix, YouTube, and more. Now the third row really surprised me because at 6 feet tall, I can sit back here without my knees touching the seat in front of me. And of course that's thanks to the extended wheelbase. And there's also cup holders, another 12 volt, and another screen for the third row passengers. Now let's get behind the wheel and pull up to the function like a boss. Alright, so ride quality. First and foremost, this car, as you know, is used as a limousine. Very quiet. However, the V8 engine is pretty loud, so you definitely hear that as you're driving. Other than that, silence. The insulation is great. Hardly hear anything coming from the outside. The ride just feels like you're floating. Now regarding the suspension, you do feel some bumps. They're not hard though. It's just more than what I would expect from a car like this. But for the most part, pretty good. Alright, so now let's test the acceleration of this 6.2 liter 420 horsepower V8. Now with the 10-speed automatic transmission, with each shift you get a bit of a lunge from the car, so you can really feel the power in this thing. It's not the smoothest, but this thing kicks. Now this brake pedal has a lot of travel. You really got to put your foot down to stop this thing. This is a 16 speaker system. The sound system, it's loud, it's powerful. The bass can be a bit overbearing. I personally like my music really bassy, but I know not everyone does. But again, that can be changed in the settings. That loud system paired with the really quiet interior just gives you a really immersive experience into your music. All right, we're gonna test the handling, but as you can see here, visibility is very poor, very foggy. The road is also wet. We're in a top-heavy SUV, so we gotta be careful here. So even at low speeds here, there's definitely some body roll, very high center of gravity in here. The steering is definitely on the heavy side, and I feel like it can be a little bit unpredictable sometimes. Sometimes at random moments, it'll feel like it's kind of fighting you. So this is gonna wrap up the test drive of the 2020 Escalade. It really is an experience being in a car like this. Love the power, love the ride, love the quietness. I just love how quiet it is in here. And being a passenger in here, you are truly riding in luxury. And at the end of the day, this car is for the passenger, not the driver. I think it's now clear why the Escalade has become the go-to vehicle for chauffeurs for executives and high-profile public figures. With the exception of weddings and high school proms, the days of the stretch limo are gone. This is how you ride in style and make an entrance. I want to give a big thank you to the McLeans for letting me use both of their Escalades to make this review. Let me know your thoughts on the Escalade down in the comments, and share this video with someone you love, and even share it with someone you don't love. Hit that like button and subscribe, and hit the bell to get new videos as soon as they drop. I'll catch you guys later.